So day 6, it's 10:49 on May 26th, 2025. So, oh, hello, Looney. Looney is just sitting there looking at me. Yeah, I may or may not be wearing pants while recording this. Figured I would add that, I don't know, for levity, but motivation's still basically non-existent. Today was better than yesterday. I actually got off my ass and went to the office and I didn't do work exactly, but I took an image of the sun. I downloaded all of the images off of the Sea-Star and uploaded them to a drive, which I can then use eventually. Play around with it. Spent a good deal of time on Discord, and I was just on Discord and interacting with someone who just hits that button. He just hits a nerve. He just hits that nerve. I fucking really can't stand him, to be honest with you. He's an asshole. He is a self-important, self-righteous son of a bitch, and which explains my current mood of irritation, which wasn't how I was feeling all of today. So it's difficult for me to know, or one of the difficulties I have is determining whether or not a certain mood is from the disease or just who I am or what, and I also don't know if it's important or not. Like my current motivation, I have a few things that I need to do, and I may have said this in a previous video, is that I'm fucking scared to do it. I'm just scared to put myself out there in that way. I'm scared to actually put forward a positive plan in certain regards, and I created this document, which is basically a summary, I suppose, of the outreach that we do in our department, at least from the astronomy side of things. And I haven't heard anything about it I think at this point only 4 people have seen it. 4 other people have seen it, and I've basically gotten no kind of feedback on it at all. I don't know what that means. Probably they don't give a shit. They have more important things to do. The purpose of it was to... What? I'm doing something. You gotta wait. Sorry, Luna. Okay. Purpose of it is to create a sponsorship package where God, I just don't know how to deal with that that dude. Anyway, where was I going with? Yeah, all right. Well, I'll talk about that in a sec. So, all right. Anyway, let me finish this off. This is part of going to be. Oh no, kitty! I am so distracting at this point. Part of a sponsorship package where we would go to use this and go to possible corporate sponsors or what have you, and be like, hey, this is the kind of work we're doing here at the observatory, here at the Mason Space Center, and could you help us with this? And I'm going to be meeting with the person in charge of getting sponsorships for the College of Science, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, a couple days. And we're going to go over effectively how this works. And so this is a proactive thing for me. and so I'm nervous about it, and I'm afraid. And there are a couple of other similar sorts of lines that I want to go. And again, I am fearful to do it, and so this is a place I've been in a number of times where I have these ideas, I want to move forward, and I don't because I am not confident in my own abilities to do it well. And I mean, it's basically imposter syndrome. I feel that once I put myself out there in this way, people are going to either ignore me or laugh at me, and I honestly don't know which would be worse. And where was I going with it? I don't know. I don't know how to get past it. I'm just tired, frustrated. Now, with this particular person, oh fuck, Taylor has entered the screen. Taylor versus JL. That'll be fun. So this goes to the BPD thing that I was talking about, in that there's stimulus, and I get it's what's the word I'm looking for? It hits me real hard. Like with this particular person, he's an anti-theist. He is, like I said, he's arrogant, he's loud, and he's basically a giant asshole. And he is held in good favor by a number of people. A number of people that I like, he's held up in good favor. And it annoys me. I don't want it to annoy me. I want it to be water off a duck's ass, but it ignores me. It bothers me, and it triggers me, and I don't like the fact that it triggers me. I don't like that he has this much power over me. I don't like that I give a shit about what how other people feel about him. Talking about this is helping, actually. I just don't. So it. Yeah, the reason why, I mean, he's an anti-theist, and basically I used to be friends with him, internet friends, whatever, and then he started when he was, when he first entered the space, it was basically about SovSids and flat Earth, and then he quickly pivoted to anti-theism as his go-to thing, and even before that, I knew that JL was kind of loud and really wouldn't let other people speak when he was having a conversation. But I've had friends like that before, where they're just boisterous. They have large personalities. They're going to express them as such, and so I was forgiving of that. But then when he started calling basically all Christians cultists and irrational and all this sort of shit, I was like, dude, you are exactly what you are railing against. You are a fucking fundamentalist, and who has nothing but hatred for the people that are on the other side. And I really wish I could tell him that, but I don't know how to do that appropriately. So I just yeah, all right. So Taylor's in it. I'm like, oh, I want to go that way. So Yeah, I'm running conversation. We had a text conversation. I basically accused or said that he is very confident about things that he doesn't know, and then he responded, "Hey, what am I wrong about? Do you want? Let's go then. What am I wrong about?" And I said I'd rather not. And he's like, "Oh yeah." I mean, he's just kind of this. I thought so, kind of macho bullshit, and I I want to, and I didn't engage because I couldn't do so without. This is the DBT talking. Is unless you feel that whatever you're going to say is going to actually make the situation better, then go ahead and say it. But if you're going to make the situation worse, then you need to disengage, and that's basically what I did. But feeding into his ego, like he basically was able to talk me down or puff up his chest and, cow me in some way, is galling. But I mean, I guess that's what he did. But also, it's galling because it's a macho response of, I gotta be strong, I gotta come back, I gotta, stand my ground and shit like that. I just, should I have said that he is very confident in what he doesn't know? Maybe not, but particularly with not having a concrete example. But I don't know. And I don't like the idea of just, I basically stopped being in the same spaces that he was in. I made that deliberate choice to move that part, and now he is in a space that I'm currently occupying and have been here. I was here first, man. And so it bothers me that I don't want to lose. I don't want to basically have to leave this space because of this guy. I don't, because that makes me feel like he has power over me, and I fucking can't stand that. Just makes me feel weak, and it feeds into the fact that I'm a piece of shit. That I can't hold my own against a blowhard. So I just, I don't, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, distracted. I'm looking at fucking Discord right now, and which is where this is coming from. Ultimately, let me just minimize this. Ultimately, I'm tired. I'm frustrated, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I have no motive. Stop chewing on my feet, Looney. I have, no motive. I've been here before. I've been in this space before, where I now have free time to do things that I wouldn't want to do. I want to be proactive in what I want to do, and I'm going nowhere. I'm spinning my fucking wheels. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to go about it. I also don't know because I've been sitting around playing video games, Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm starting to become more and more of the opinion that it got a bad rap when it came out. It's actually a pretty decent game. Sorry, Looney is chewing on my feet. And I enjoy it, and I enjoy the time that I'm doing it, playing it. I play it a little too much, I think. It's in that way, but I enjoy doing it. So does that mean that it brings me joy, I suppose. Doing the things that I set out for myself to do, it takes it away from that. And also, in a sense, it doesn't bring me joy, because it's hard. It's hard, and it's not only hard mentally, but it's hard emotionally, because again, I'm putting myself out there. I am possibly not, the chances are very slim, very small, but possibly subject to ridicule by my peers and my colleagues or what have you. And I think one of the reasons why it doesn't bring me joy is because I don't believe that I can do it. I don't believe that I can actually manage to get a second observatory built at SciTech campus, because that's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time to do, and I don't know if I can fully justify why the university should invest any kind of money into it. I am also not certain if I can come up with appropriate rationale for why the AAVSO should be a sponsor with it. I've had this block where I have these ideas and they sound really cool, but when I actually put the pen to paper or rubber to the road, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where to go, and the fear hampers my ability to think. It is the mind killer. It causes basically a cloud. It prevents me from investigating certain avenues, because really I'm just wanting to go away. I'm just wanting to pull back and not deal with looking into doing the hard work, doing the tedious work of looking things up, of researching, doing prior research, and developing a plan in that way. In a simpler sort of situation, I guess, is, I think I know what I want to do in terms of the YouTube channel, where I have I put out an edited video every week, and then have an 1 hour live stream. But I don't know what to do. I still don't know what I want to say on the main channel. I don't know what it is. I know what I want, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. What I would like to do is astronomy education and inspiration in astronomy. But that, in the circle that I am at, that's not getting any views. I don't think anyone really wants to watch that. Granted, I've never really done it. I've never really tried to put together an edited video simply talking about, say, exoplanet surveys or what have you. I've never actually done it, so I don't know if the views are there or not. I mean, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the rest of the space that I'm in terms of Discord and creators that I watch, and they're all debunkers, or for the most part, they're all debunkers, and I don't want to do that, because one, I think it's done better by other people, and two, I don't think that it helps. I don't see I don't know. It's not for me. I would rather contribute in other ways, but conversely, I also don't know how I want to converse. I don't know what is the thing that I want to talk about. I don't want to just have a recitation of facts. I want it to be thought-provoking. But I don't know how to do that in such a way as to also not be sensationalizing bullshit. So, yeah, I don't know. And it frustrates me that I don't know. It also frustrates me that I won't even spend the time to, one of the goals that I had for myself today was to sit down and simply just brainstorm about this very topic, about the building the observatory, what it would be for, and that sort of thing. And I didn't. I spent it on Discord listening to bullshit. 9/11 deniers and all that. I'm tempted to get on Discord now and listen to people deny that evolution is a thing, because one, it makes me feel less alone. And two, I don't know, listening to the conflict when I don't have a personal stake in it is somehow entertaining. I guess it's the equivalent of watching a train wreck is, you know, listening to bullshit arguments, bullshit claims, and hearing other people call them out on it. For some reason, that's entertaining to me. Maybe it's an ego thing. Maybe it's I can say, hey, they are way dumber than I am, or way less sophisticated in their thinking than I am. Maybe it's an ego thing, but I take a little bit of solace in it. But also, like today, after I got dark and I was getting tired and I needed something to eat. Anyway, many factors of a reason why I came home. I got off Discord. It was hard for me to pull myself away from Discord, and once I was done, I just felt this sick feeling of what the fuck did I just spend those hours on? Like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? Like, is this how I want to spend my free time? Is dealing with this sorts of bullshit? So, I mean, I don't feel good after dealing with it. I don't feel good in those sorts of spaces. But for some reason, I just keep going back. I know this has been rambling. I know I'm kind of going all over the place. But, aside from what I had originally sat down to do this, before I even saw Discord, I was going to talk about my frustration and fatigue and fear, which I still have those, but I'm also now a little bit amped and irritated because of that bullshit and the fact that I was triggered by it. So I don't like being irrational. It reminds me of my mother. And I was a little bit irrational today when I was talking about a guy named Jaron. I was very angry. And that's another thing is I like myself when I am measured, when I am engaging with people in a calm, measured way. Forceful way occasionally, on occasion where I'm pressing a point, but I'm measured. It's when I start getting emotional, when I start getting angry, that I really don't like what I'm doing. Like, there's a couple streams, I'm not going to take them down, but there are a couple streams, particularly when I'm talking about Duffy and, well, I think Jaronism or whatever, that I just get very, very heated, and I just, obviously I swear a lot, but again, doesn't make me feel good. It just doesn't make me feel good to spew anger. It doesn't make me feel good to spew hate. And that's what I'm doing. But I know, but the rationale for the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm frustrated. I hear these people, let's put the cards on the table. They are not doing what I want them to be doing. The world is not operating the way I want it to operate. And so I'm fucking frustrated and angry. And I'm lashing out because the world is not doing what I want it to do. It is allowing people that I don't agree with to have platforms. People that I like are supporting people that I think are shitheads or acting like shitbags. And ultimately it comes down to I can't do anything about it. There may be a way for me to fight this battle productively, but I do not want to devote the time to do that. I just want them to behave the way I want them to behave, and that's it. which is the very definition of, or not very definition, it's childlike. Children think that way. You know, if you can't have if they don't get what they want, they're going to throw a tantrum, and that's essentially where this feeling is coming, or where this feeling is born, is that the world is not the way I want it to be, and so I'm throwing a fucking tantrum, and I just yell, or not yell, I swear, I get just hyperbolic, and just spew hate, and it just doesn't feel good. I regret it every time. I regret it every time. And you know, that's a lot of the content, or that's some of the content on my channel, is that anger and that frustration and all that. And I recognize that is not going to take me anywhere. My channel is really not going to grow at all from it. I need to come up with a fucking plan. Well, I need to come up with a vision. I need to actually sit down and have faith in myself that I can do this. Have faith in myself that I can move forward. And yet and there's the rub, because I don't know how to have faith in doing that. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, I'm definitely going to go back to Discord, because I really kind of want to see the train wreck that is Taylor versus J.L. Warren. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I feel better for getting all that out, particularly the throwing a tantrum kind of idea, because that was something that I got the most out of my time with my therapist, Jamie, was what she liked to call sitting in discomfort, is understanding that the world is the way it is. You don't like it, but you have to accept it. I mean, she's not saying that, and I'm not saying that I can't change it, but it's, you know, you only have a certain amount of time, you only have a certain amount of energy, so you have to literally pick your battles. You have to choose what you want to focus on, and if this is not something I can focus on, then I need to accept it for what it is, and just move on, essentially. Cope with it in one way or another. Well, I can see that I think my computer is leaking memory, so I'm not sure how this is affecting the video, so I'm going to stop there. Peace out.